This wasn't an attack. It was a balance sheet. And it reveals a massive hole in the Western economic strategy that's making this war more expensive and your world more dangerous. Because while the headlines focused on the tragic deaths of 25 people, they missed the real story: how Russia is paying for a billion-dollar attack like this, and who is secretly helping them do it. By the end of this video, you'll see the shadow economy that's fueling Putin's war machine. It all started just before dawn on December 29th. Just before dawn, the air raid sirens began to scream across Ukraine. But this was different. For the next several hours, Russia unleashed a staggering 158 missiles and drones. Hypersonic kinzhals moving at 10 times the speed of sound. Low-flying cruise missiles, waves of Iranian-made Shahed drones. It was a complex, multi-layered attack designed to overwhelm Ukraine's air defenses. The targets weren't just military. A maternity hospital was hit, a shopping mall in Kyiv, residential buildings across 5 cities. By the time the smoke cleared, at least 25 people were dead, over 100 injured. The media called it the most massive aerial attack of the war, a brutal act of terror. But here's what the news reports didn't tell you. This wasn't just a random spasm of violence. It was a calculated economic and industrial statement. To understand its true meaning, you can't just look at a map of Kyiv. You have to follow the money. Let's do the math. A single Kinzhal hypersonic missile costs an estimated $10 million. A Caliber cruise missile around $6.5 million. Even the cheaper drones add up. The total price tag for this one morning's attack? Somewhere around $1.2 billion. So here's the question. Where does a country whose economy was supposed to be in tatters from sanctions get over $1 billion for a single attack? The answer exposes the fundamental weakness in the West's strategy. Remember the G7's oil price cap? It was set at $60 a barrel to starve Putin of cash. The reality? Russia is selling its oil for far more, using a shadow fleet of aging, uninsured tankers to deliver crude to China and India. That money flows right back to the Kremlin's war chest. And what about the missiles themselves? They're packed with high-tech Western components. A recent investigation found thousands of foreign parts, mostly from U.S. companies, inside Russian weapons. They get them through a global shell game. A civilian company in Turkey or the UAE buys a case of microchips, which then gets quietly trucked across the border into a Russian weapons factory. The sanctions are a leaky net, and Putin is swimming right through the holes. But it's not just a black market. It's a brand new alliance. In early January, the White House made a stunning confirmation. Russia was now firing North Korean ballistic missiles into Ukraine. Let that sink in. North Korea, the world's most isolated and heavily sanctioned regime, is now arming Russia for its war in Europe. In return, Putin is likely giving Kim Jong-un exactly what he needs: cash, food, fuel, and, most terrifyingly, advanced technology for his own nuclear and satellite programs. Add in Iran, which has been supplying Russia with Shahed drones for over a year, and the picture becomes clear. This is no longer just Russia versus Ukraine. It's an emerging axis of sanctioned states: Russia, Iran, and North Korea, all united by their opposition to the US-led global order. They are pooling resources, evading sanctions together, and creating a parallel system of military and economic cooperation. This Kyiv attack wasn't just an assault on Ukraine. It was a demonstration of this new alliance's power. So, why should you, watching this in the US, care about missiles falling in Kyiv? It matters for three concrete reasons. First, your tax dollars are now in an arms race against this shadow economy. The US has committed over $75 billion to Ukraine. But that aid is fighting an enemy that's successfully sidestepping the West's main weapon, sanctions. This means the war lasts longer, gets deadlier, and costs you, the taxpayer, far more. It's a battle of industrial production, and Russia's war machine is running hotter than anyone predicted. Second, your physical security is now linked to this deal. By giving Kim Jong-un resources and sensitive technology, Putin is helping him perfect the very ICBMs designed to threaten American cities. A more capable, more confident North Korea makes a conflict in Asia more likely, a conflict that would crater the global economy and could drag the US into another war. Finally, the rules that have kept the world relatively stable are breaking down. For decades, America's control of the global financial system was its ultimate source of power. This war is proving that power has limits. An axis of nations is actively building an alternative, making the world more chaotic and future conflicts much harder to predict or contain. What happens in a Kyiv apartment block doesn't stay in Kyiv. It's a test of the entire global order, and the results will define your safety and your wallet for the next decade. Is the West's reliance on sanctions a critical weakness? And if that weapon is failing, what's the alternative for stopping rogue states? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So, a single devastating attack on Kyiv reveals a much bigger story. It's not just about missiles. It's about a global shadow economy, a new axis of sanctioned states, and the fading power of Western economic warfare. It shows how Russia is funding its war machine, making this conflict longer, costlier, and more dangerous for all of us. If you want to keep understanding the real power structure shaping your world, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on. In our next video, we're going inside the escalating tech war between the US and China and revealing how one tiny computer chip could decide the next global superpower. You won't want to miss it. The power behind the headline. The world decoded.